foam insulated tumbler. All right, everyone. Today I'm here with foam insulated tumbler and.
I was like, we're starting.
I'm foam insulated tumbler. You can call me Fit for short.
Only video watchers know what's going on. But anyways.
You can call me Fit for short.
Oh,
you did say you were healthy earlier.
True.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to
And fit.
I had to think about it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the React to the K weekly podcast, a podcast where we listen to a K-pop album and give our honest thoughts and opinions on it every week. My name is Umu, and today we're back in person to film and record podcast sessions. So I'm with my special guest.
Hi, I'm Safian. Good morning.
Hi, I'm tired.
Literally 4 p.m. She's tired.
Well, I did just
She's
wake
tired.
up. So,
Oh, she's tired.
sure. I'll take it.
Taya just woke up from a nap mid-listen of the album for the first time.
Yeah. I did get through all of it, though.
Nice.
Good.
And then you fell asleep.
No,
You
I
fell
fell
asleep on your
asleep
second.
very specifically during Moving On. And then I woke up for Love is Lonely. And then I replayed everything.
Wait, so then you napped for like 3 minutes?
Very, very brief nap. But it was enough that I felt like I missed something.
The chromaticism in Love is Lonely. Da, da, da. You're like, I'm awake.
Yep.
So
What's
crunch.
happening? Anyways, yeah, so as I guess we already started saying, today we are talking about NMIXX's... Ooh, that must have not been a good ASMR sound. Fe3O4 Stick Out, which I believe is the second out of 3 albums in this series.
Yeah.
This is still on the path to Mixtopia, where NMIXX must confront and challenge societal norms and customs that confine and categorize them in the field. And first up is title track, Pure. I can't pronounce it, I'm so sorry. See that? I'll just call it See That from now on.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pure. Yeah, that's like the hardest thing for me to pronounce in Korean. Pure. Because
Maybe don't emphasize
the R.
Pure.
Pure.
Okay, try this. Try this. Put your tongue not on your teeth, but in the middle of the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
Eh.
Pure.
Just focus on one sound at a time. Okay. Pure.
Pure.
Don't
Keep it forward. Keep it forward. Don't bring it backward. It's not in your throat.
Pure.
No. You're giving it too many syllables. Pure.
Wait, that was like the best one.
Yeah.
Pure.
There's no ul. Pure. And then just bring your tongue back. That was pretty good.
All.
Pure.
I'm just gonna rely on you guys.
I don't even speak Korean, guys.
But you're better with your tongue.
Pure. Oh?
And I'm a French horn player, which this is just really sad for me.
I'm a
chaotic.
pianist.
So chaotic.
Anyway.
We're a born woodwind player. Anyway,
Pure.
see that?
Pure.
Is the that little motif, is that the same as whoa? Because I was like, is it the same motif throughout? I was curious about that. I just had this thought as I was like setting up this podcast. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Huh?
So is that right before the pre-chorus?
Yeah.
So same melody, right?
Same melody. Yeah, it happens all throughout.
I love when
Unlike a different song later
composers
on
do
where
that.
they do vary a little bit their ostinato motif.
Ooh. Oh, it's a red light sign, but we go. Are you hinting towards? Maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. What do
Yellow
you
light?
guys? What do you guys think of See That?
This-
What are your thoughts?
It's really interesting in the sense that like every title track from NMIXX you'd expect like a very obvious switch up.
For me, it was pretty obvious.
Like at the bridge.
Well, it's always the second chord. It's usually the second verse.
Second verse.
Because OO was second verse. And Sonyara was also second verse, I believe.
Yeah, Dash was bridge.
Yes, it was Dash that was the weird one out, and also
Yeah.
Dice's
Dice
second
was-
verse. So when the change up happened in the second verse, it was It was expected for me personally. But for you, it was a surprise.
For me, it was a surprise because like there was a change every verse. Or like,
and I couldn't even like distinguish between them like in kind of like a passing listen when we reacted.
Eating Mike, she needs to eat Mike. Do you want to say it again?
And even when we reacted to it, I felt like I couldn't really distinguish right away what the switches were compared to other songs that we reacted to, like Sonyar.
Maybe it's because they bring in the major motif in the first pre-chorus, so that when it went major in the second verse, it's like a very similar sound, right?
yeah.
And I feel like the main da 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 da, it's so catchy already.
So this. And then it goes to... And then a little bluesiness right there. But yeah, I guess maybe that's why. But they obviously say like, NMIXX change up! So that's why like... For me, it's kind of like, okay, this is second verse change up section. And also, most of the songs in minor. So switching and also the instrumentation. But it's kind of like they ease their way into the country.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too because like the motif that they introduced at the beginning is neither major nor minor. It just has the flat 7 of G major. Yeah, so there's no third. You can't really guess which tonality it is.
But the bass, isn't it Phrygian?
Oh, don don don. It's like G A flat.
Yeah, it's
so which doesn't give you much either.
But when I guess when I hear Phrygian da 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 da, I automatically think, oh, this is gonna be a darker, like sort of minor,
which it kind of
tonal
is,
center. Yeah. And like that rhythm of the bass is so nice. Turn this up. I think it's like before the beat comes in. It just sounds like a very distorted electric bass, probably.
Very.
And even that the whoa, it's like so syncopated.
Yeah.
Like
always on like the 4 and the 4.
I don't know about you guys, but when I listened to this for the first time, like, oh, everything feels like there's not a ton of belted moments in super high register. There aren't many riffs. A lot of it's in the lower, mid-low, lower register and also like sort of sung quietly. And I'm like, oh, this sounds like one of those songs that like composers put in a K-pop group's discography to be like sort of a rest song for the vocals. But then like as I re-listened to it, I realized how rhythmically hard it is and like how some of the intervals are harder to sing. Like with like the whoa and then
the harmony in the second verse.
Yeah.
Like the crunch major second.
Even I want to something before that. Oh yeah, and the chromaticism.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I can see where you're going with the rest, but it's also one where you like can't lose your focus for 1 second.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
gotta, like, be on it. You gotta be locked.
I think that this. Yeah, on the upbeats. Can you feel?
I feel like the way that lyrically it works, it's also not really where you might expect the beats to be.
Yeah.
Because you feel like, can you feel the tension? But can you feel the tension? Yes! That's like, that threw me off on first listen, I remember, because it's just like kind of displaced.
Yeah, exactly. So there are, even though overall it sounds like quote unquote easier, it's just because of their vocal strength that it sounds easy. It isn't like that the actual melodies themselves are easy.
Getting those intervals right every time, like intonation wise, is also very difficult.
True.
It is difficult.
Can't wait to hear this live. Also like the like in the background, it's just like, it's, even though this verse is a lot more minimal, they always have something like amongst the silences. Was there any production moments that stood out to you guys?
I don't know. I thought like the texture change stood out to me the most. I didn't look for like minute production things, but
So specifically the second verse.
The second verse where it goes like to guitar in major.
So this is the more bluesy,
right.
Twangy, bluegrassy.
That major second.
Bluesy.
And
then now we're going to country.
Wait for that strummed acoustic guitar.
And also the drums that go like bakadaka. It feels like it's slowing down if it isn't. Freaking banjo.
The banjo is out of nowhere.
And isn't that motif crazy? That every single time I feel it because of its syncopation. At first I thought it was a retardando into the chorus like Dash did.
Interesting.
So in my initial reaction, I'm like, oh my god, it's a retardando. But then I actually put it to my metronome and I was like, whoops, that's definitely in time. But it feels like it's slowing down because of the like
that would have
like
been cool though. They went
Whoa! That kind of cool.
I wanna run.
Yeah, exactly. That was really fun. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the first verse. Okay, wait, let me try and hear it. This was the bass part that I wanted to talk about. It feels pretty syncopated. Yeah, so it's like or you know, the flat two and stuff, and then it doesn't repeat the same exact motif that it just came in with, and it starts on like the offbeat. Yeah, and silent for that, and a little cymbal roll up. And then like the bass just keeps developing. Like nothing about this is too repetitive. It's always just like we're on the move, baby.
Layers upon layers. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's also like something that ties into like the lyrics of this. Did you look into the lyrics at all? It was like right there at the beginning of the first verse. No, I don't mind painting black polish on a broken fingernail. Untangling headphones like untangling my messy hair.
That's so stressful. I'm stressed right now.
I wrote like there was like a juxtaposition in like the major and minor sections. Like minor is just kind of like a screw you kind of thing. Like
with the lyrics?
Yeah, with the lyrics.
Oh.
I'm a boss, turn the radio on. I rise up and glow in the dark. Something like that. And then that's like, who cares? Not your stereotype. Break it. The me that you've known. And then it goes to major with Haewon. The morning sun rises and we hide. And we hide.
And talks about sunrise.
Everyone will look at us and criticize. Yeah. So every time Haewon comes in with like that major tonality, it's like, who cares if I stick out? I'm just gonna be me.
Oh, it's them thinking more optimistically about their situation, or like more carefree.
Yeah. So like in a way, both of those like sections are talking about moving on and like growing, but one of them is just like screw society, but also I'm gonna do it my own way. Yeah.
So cool.
So cool.
And then, oh gosh, yeah, I was just going to break down like all the different grooves that we get in the change up section. I found like really satisfying. But before I talk about that, was there anything that you wanted to add on, Taya, to any of our previous? Okay. We'll just add on as we go. So change up section. So we've got like that guitar and we've got electronic like very sparse percussion. And then like brass hits come in and it's a great transition. And now at this section is when we have the folk hit.
4?
And then yeah, it's just the fills, man.
yeah. I love how they go to like major 4 there. It just completely adds to like where they are like tonality wise.
Yeah. It's so just like, we're here. Listen to us loud and proud.
It's kind of like the B flat later on.
The B flat later on?
Oh, in the bridge.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite moment of the song?
Probably that. Honestly.
Whoa,
Right.
whoa. But honestly, this second part of this second verse is also like starting to become my favorite. The more like we talk about it, I'm like hearing it. Yeah.
It's so fun. Like I feel like the producers had fun.
Oh, Strong Dragon, he always has fun. I should, yeah, you guys joined after we reacted to some of his really out there stuff, like some actual atonal, yeah, stuff that he's done. He's really, really creative. He's the main producer, I believe, or co-producer for this song and also for Dash.
Yeah,
he's fantastic.
He's crazy.
He's fantastic. I chickened out. He was in LA this past summer, and I was thinking of messaging him on Instagram, but I chickened out. Next time, though. Next time.
He's a god. You got to think before you talk to God.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you mentioned both of your favorite parts is around here. So do you want to talk about what's happening theoretically there? Why does it feel like we're opening up?
I just love how much it's like that flat 7 has been introduced before with all the da 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 da, but we never did anything with that, and now we're using that as the 5 of B flat, which immediately kind of like opens up to that major tonality that we were looking at before, but still within that kind of like darker, rich kind of section.
Yeah.
So I guess like it's kind of blending the major and minor worlds in a way. I think that's why it didn't seem so clear to me, because there's a lot more like immediate switches, like Safian was talking about. Like it almost feels like every verse, like there's a little bit of something in there, maybe because of the flat 7.
Yeah.
But
like, this is the biggest change that they bring in.
Yeah, it's like they kind of like finally accomplished that, you know, after all the flat 7s
Just
before.
like kind of on the edge. You're like pushing for major, and then here we are.
You're trying so hard not to say edge right now, right?
You're the only one thinking it, but in like if you were to take like the bare bones structure of the melody though, whoa 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 ba 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 ba, and they finally like peak, ba, it's like so like it's like the sun coming out when like they hit the B flat finally.
The morning sunshine.
Morning sunshine.
And the way, the word way, right? The A sound and the fact that they open up the way and then like they bring in their vibrato. There's something about them singing that note, that vowel, right?
Yeah, it's like a vowel. It's almost like a diphthong.
Diphthong.
That's a diphthong.
With vibrato that just... It makes me almost like tear up. It feels so good. That's also my favorite part of the song. We all have
like the
same
climactic
part.
moment.
And then cannot hold us down.
It almost makes you sad when it goes back to G.
True. It's like, no, stay there in that area. But your point about the fact that like there are major moments happening once in a while throughout this track makes me realize in Dash, all minor except for the bridge, right? Where they have that key change and they talk about Mixtopia. This is minor, but with some more major moments interspersed, like just time-wise. We've got major in the pre-chorus, we've got major in the second verse, and we've got the modal mixture here.
Yeah.
What if the third song is when they finally make it to Mixtopia and it's all major and then the switch-up section is just a little bit of minor?
Maybe. That would be really cool.
It's all just a dream.
Or just like the fact that they're like, oh, we finally made it, but like we have doubts, but we made it, you know, like that kind of.
No, there's this thing in, well, I only know it in Beethoven, but maybe other German music has it too. Do you know what's called a Rückblick?
Rückblick?
Rückblick,
No.
a look back.
No, I don't.
So maybe it's like once they have their major moment, they'll have a look back, and that'll be like kind of like the slower minor part. We're just theorizing.
Ooh. I hope. Let's tweet this at Strong Dragon if he's going to be part of the third song. Any other moments that you wanted to talk about?
The lyrics in the chorus was pretty.
The wordplay, huh?
The wordplay is so interesting.
Love it.
The chorus is. I'm interpreting it as like third person POV.
Oh.
So like the verses they're talking about like, I'm a boss, I'm gonna do this, and then but everyone's calling me a weirdo. Switch to the chorus. The chorus is like, whoa, pyo pyo pyo. There are so many weirdos. See that? They're all kinds of weirdos. Yeah.
So the people talking at them.
Yeah. So like briefly, it's just like
referring to themselves.
Referring to themselves. And it's like, yeah, there's so many weirdos. They're all dressed like that. They act like that. And then they just kind of like somewhat gaslight themselves. Like, couldn't unpyo. Yeah, I'm a star. I'm the star here. So I don't care about what y'all say. I don't care that you call me a weirdo. So interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious about if any fans out there have deeper interpretations of that. Like, do you agree? Is it third person? Or are they talking about you guys are also weirdos? From NMIXX's point of view.
Oh my gosh.
That would be pretty cool.
Are you looking up the English?
Yeah, I'm looking also.
Yeah.
Nice. While you're looking, I did want to point out one more cool production moment because, I don't know, whether it was Puff or Strong Dragon. Another moment that it feels like it's slowing down, but I don't think it's just a little bit laid back.
Is that like a reverse like?
Can I hear it again?
Yeah. They have like a little ooh, and also like a chromatic
reverse bite?
wow.
Like, that's so cool.
I don't know, it's really fun.
It's like kind of like revving an engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just the tension in that moment, but it still sounds in time to me.
Yeah. Are you still reading lyrics? Should I just talk while you're okay?
Sure, go for it.
The last thing that I wanted to talk about with this song, I believe, is the form. So when you guys reacted to it, you're like, oh, I don't know what the form is. The chorus is different this time. The chorus is different this time, right? And so I wrote it down. It's mostly like a pretty typical, like if you look on it from the outside, like pop form, like it is like intro, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus. But the material itself, it's more like A, B, C, call back to like A prime, then D, and then chorus again, and then E for the bridge.
It's not your typical 4-line stanza verse.
But what's interesting about the bridge is the whoa, whoa. It sounds like a post-chorus.
Really?
Because for me, the whoa, whoa, it continues the same exact instrumentation as the chorus. But it's just the new melody.
That might be a better way. I described it as...
So, chorus. Same exact drum beat. Same bass. Just new melody. But that technically is the bridge.
That checks out. Yeah, I wrote it down as bridge part 1.
Yes, and then the whoa, whoa is bridge part 2.
Bridge part 2.
And then we've got another variation on the chorus, especially since like they lead in differently and they end differently.
Or would you call it like an elision?
So they didn't have the wow or the and then they start with thinner instrumentation. And now everything comes back in, and then the riff ends differently. And then it ends with a like a little more detached version of the slidey version. So it's cool. It's like a little twist on typical pop form.
Is it? Would you call it like an elision section?
I have no idea what elision is.
Elision is like when you blend two like segments together. So like let's say you land on like the tonic, but that's like the ending of a verse and then the beginning of another section.
It could be, or just like transition section.
Just complete transition. Yeah.
For the whoa 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 section with the chorus instrumental. Yeah, it could be that. Interesting things. Stuff to think about. All right. Did you find anything that you wanted to say about the lyrics, Taya?
Not particularly. I think
Safian covered.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
There was one thing you said during the react about when there was like the two voices a cappella. No. I'm trying to think of it. It was like in sixths intervals. The ending of some verse.
Are you sure that's this song and not a different song off this album? Sixth? This song?
It might have been this song or a different song. You said something about it like called back to a previous track.
Oh, the NMIXX we get it on now. That's so cool. Here we go. We get it on now.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to be released before our reaction too. But when I heard this, I asked them like, "Hey, doesn't that remind you of Sonyar?" Same register, same harmony, sort of similar intervals in the melody itself. But I wondered if that was a purposeful callback. Fans, let us know.
There's also a callback later in this thing, but it's not to a previous title track. But we'll talk about it when we get there.
Okie dokie, SICKUHH.
SICKUHH. It's
with
so vocal fry. Yeah.
Backstepper, go and get it, bring the chaser. Go get her, you already know.
SICKUHH. And the fact that there's like SICKUHH. And like, it's just like, it's so minimalistic yet entertaining at the same time, I feel like. How do you guys feel about this song?
I'm trying to think of a different instance where they like do complete hip hop. You know.
Well, I guess that and Dash are technically hip hop in certain sections, but this is the most like consistent rap.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone gets their own verse. Well, not everyone. Like half of them get their own verse. Yeah.
I was surprised by how much Kid Milli was involved in like
I enjoyed
the
his
track.
feature.
I liked it a lot.
God.
Yeah, I was like, oh, guy voice again. Guy voice again.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of rare for, I don't know, I rarely like collabs. I feel like I think we've talked about this before in reaction sessions, like, oh, it just feels like this person was just like kind of thrown on the track and anyone could be the feature.
Sometimes like it's just like that one verse. They didn't even have to be in the same studio. It doesn't feel like they weren't like really involved at all. This did not feel like that.
He was really weaved throughout because he even got his own chorus, right? He got his own hook.
Does he?
Let me see. I know Dem Joints was the main because that's the incoming at the beginning, but view credits.
I can name so
he
many
is
songs,
credited
right?
as a writer,
okay.
But produced by Ryan S. Jun, Dem Joints, The Wavies. Ryan Jun is like on every single release nowadays. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing his name everywhere. But yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed. And also the fact that like he didn't really have any flows that overshadowed the members, but rather sort of like just his timbre in general and his flows in general provided variation compared to what the NMIXX members did, because like if we had this high-toned rapping the entire time, it wouldn't quite hit as hard as when he brings in his timbre.
Totally
it's just so laid back and whispery almost, so that when one of the members come in who has like a higher rapping tone, it's like because that's how this song builds, right? Like, did you pay attention to like register of?
I always hear like Jews like nasally, like high tone.
I noticed it, but didn't feel like it was like necessarily building on each other.
Oh, because this is
so low,
like and then
What you waiting on?
in my mind that's higher pitch, right?
It is,
I see.
They also add in the higher pitch
Jew brings like
percussion,
an energetic cadence.
and then even higher. So we went from like da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like it's like we're actually ascending
And Milli
register
comes
wise.
in.
Are we going to talk about
Yes,
the rhythm?
yeah, the triplets in the background. Oh.
Is it triplets? Because I feel like maybe
The
instrumental's triplets, but then the other thing is like it's like a mixture of like dotted or something and triplet, or I don't know.
It's kind of like this.
It's kind of like ooh, he's gonna. He's drawing. Oh, he's doing a dictation.
It's like this kind of rhythm.
Ah, yes.
But this is like tied to something else.
Yeah. For our video viewers, you get a little glimpse. But that motif appears throughout the entire thing, but it's a little bit different every time, I feel like. So in this case, so the rapper doesn't fully go with, they like da 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 da, right? So it's like the instrumentation carrying that, and it feels so wild because we've been so duple before, right?
Right.
And it's the entire instrumental switching over to this triple, so which makes me feel almost like 6 to 8 bar, but
it makes me wonder if they like wrote these verses on their own, and if they like knew that was coming up, if they were like showing like a demo of the instrumental, right? So if like you heard those like triplets in the background, she was like, oh, I gotta vary my rhythm too.
Right. And then I think it comes in again with him. It's a hit though. Oh, does that happen again with her? Ooh. So this time they take out the instrumental. So the instrumental starts the triplet, it disappears, and she continues the flow. Then big stepper, go and get it, I think it Kid Milli. So that's another instance of it. And this time it's just new production. Yeah. The and then at that point he has the da 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 da, but the instrumentation does not follow him at all. So I like how they switch between triple and duple, but like it's a little bit different every single time, which is really fun. Yeah. Was there anything specifically you wanted to talk about?
Not particularly.
Okay.
The end of Kyujin's verse.
What
has
time
a
code?
very funny line.
Time code?
No time code.
Where?
The end of her verse.
I don't know the members' voices.
The first rap verse.
First rap verse. So
That's just funny.
Go get her. You already know sicko. You already know sicko.
This is the first.
Oh.
Yeah. We just finished the whole Pull up with the Riz.
Oh!
Has nothing to do with the meaning of the song. I just thought it was like really funny.
Well, I mean, if you pull up with the Riz, does that mean you're a sicko?
You're sicko. But the song is about like standing out. Like, I'm a black sheep. I'm gonna break the rules.
Yeah, because I got the Riz.
Yeah, pull
up with the Riz.
What does Riz have to do with it?
Not the Riz that
if
makes
you have
him stand
Riz,
out.
then you can stand out and get
And
other
still
sheep
be
to follow you.
Matic.
Because no one else has the amount of Riz you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the instrumentation stays pretty minimalistic throughout, but I do enjoy.
It's that heat though. I think that it real like chaser. Go get her.
Da, 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 da. And then we've got like kind of piano.
You already know sicko.
The piano feature was
You
so
already
cool.
know sicko.
I love how chromatic it is. Like, I didn't notice that the first time, but I was going to mention how I like the chromaticism in the first track in Pyo Pyo Pyo, and then how it kind of like comes full circle in the last track with all the chromatic in the melody. But I like hearing it pop up in the other tracks too.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it kind of unifies everything.
Ooh, true. And then last but not least, towards the end we get super hype. We have one more halftime section. Just kidding. Hold up. Oh, well, there it is.
Temperature has reached a critical level.
Okay, so we've got a little chant section. Not my favorite thing. We kind of go from this giant halftime fake brass, boom, 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 Phrygian section. And then we get this 4 on the floor kick. And it's suddenly like, yeah! And then we go back to halftime. What do you guys think of that ending, though?
It feels like it actually flows into red light really kind of well. Because yeah, it drops out and then it kind of like continues the energy to me.
Well, I do agree. I do think like this entire album has really good flow. I don't know. I just don't like how they left us hanging. Da, da,
Yeah.
da, da. Even though that is
expecting a
tonic,
bigger
right?
ending.
I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like an unfinished musical phrase, especially since it's just been oh da 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 oh da 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 da. But I think the way that I just sang it, it made sense. But the way they did it, I don't know. I just feel unfulfilled, man. I don't know. You don't agree at all? Nope. He's.
I feel like maybe the energy was too high throughout, that it's kind of hard to feel like you have a conclusive kind of explosion at the end, you know?
But I feel like if they did like a little like digga digga da bop, like that kind of
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I was thinking some kind of hi-hat action.
Yeah. Just something that like solidifies. Maybe it's because that's like the highest singing we had. And so it didn't feel resolved, even though...
I think because it stays at the same level for so long, you're kind of expecting some kind of shape to it to conclude it, but it just stays there, which is why it feels unsatisfying.
Yeah. But then we keep the hype up with red light sign.
Wait.
But we...
Oh, he's drawing. He's still drawing.
Savion. What is Savion doing?
Pull up.
Pull up.
Right there at the end of SICKUHH.
The end of SICKUHH.
It's like the beginning of
I'm so sick, yeah. Pull up.
Pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that like a nested quintuplet?
I think it's just Scotch snaps over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. Oh, it does kind of have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pull up. 0
It feels kind of like 4, but then there's a 1 that happens on the 5. I don't know if it's like the right. You want to show the camera that? Safion.
Pull up. It's like an offset kind of like triplet almost. Triplet, if you.
Da 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 da.
Pull up.
I kind of imagine it as like 16th dotted 8th. Da 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 da. But I guess that could. Would be too long.
Because
Pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's a little bit too square, you know. It doesn't have that da-da.
Do you second this? What is Safion has written?
I think so.
I just heard like a quintuplet and the triplets within that quintuplet. You know, which was.
I mean, I think that just means that I got to show this to the percussionist so we can get our answers.
They'll have something to say.
Pull
up. Red light sign, but we go.
Like, question mark? Pull up.
Bottom.
Let's move on.
Bottom.
Let's move on.
Bottom. 2, 3, 4. Bottom. So we can do it. But what is it?
Like the last one is a 16th.
Bottom.
Which is what I wrote here. So it's like.
Bottom.
Wait, you're so right. I think
Yeah,
bottom,
the last one is
bottom.
longer.
Bottom.
Pull up.
Bottom. Bottom. Wait, you're right.
So, like,
I agree with this.
Yeah, so it's like a sequence of threes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Isn't that like a clave?
Is it a clave?
Isn't that a clave?
Yeah, it is a clave. But she does it so fast. It sounds like a quintuplet. Like it sounds like they're all even. But then when we break it down, it's like
This is not
it's almost
quintuple.
a No, it's not a quintuple.
But it gives the quintuplet vibes.
Quintuplet feeling. It's like nested triplets within a quintuplet. Except when we break it down, this one happens to not be as even. Like the last one happens to not be as even as the others. Or maybe the last one is delayed a little bit. Sorry.
Anyway, traffic lights.
Red light. So it's a red light, but the red light is a sign, but we're going anyways? Or is it
How about it's
a red sign that
it's a stop sign that lights up?
Turkey.
Wait, what was it?
Wait.
Snail.
Slug.
Jellyfish.
Fish.
Now you guys have to fist bump. / high five. /
Turkey.
I was gonna do turkey.
That would have been so funny if we both went in for a fist bump, but then.
Boy.
Wait, we can't look.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Snail.
Like,
Peacock.
It just died. Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay, red light sign, but we go 3, 2, 1.
red light sign, but we.
Oh, I thought you guys were both gonna talk about.
Oh, it's like a 2000s disco. This brings me back to my childhood.
I wrote The Other Side by Jason Derulo.
I was gonna say Jason Derulo.
We're going all the way.
I think it's the synths. It's a pew pew pew.
Isn't that EDM or is it disco?
Well,
EDM?
I guess it's more EDM, but it's kind of like 2000s party music. I guess
Yeah.
is what I'm going for. No, literally.
Is that the same note? Da da.
Do do.
This is a semitone down.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's EDM. Let me.
B flat. Yeah.
So it's just you feel like throwback. How old were you guys?
Probably like
4th grade.
yeah.
I
think I was in high
playing
school.
Minecraft listening to that song.
Oh my god.
Minecraft
I think
Capture
it was
the
my
Flag.
5th grade, and I was in online school and
Yes.
YouTube because online school gives you a free computer.
Yeah, this is electronic dance EDM.
Yeah.
Tis EDM. I mean,
I think I just pictured disco ball, so that's why I'm like, disco.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I have mixed feelings about this intro sound because
Like
a
just
little
the
bit
timbre of it?
later, you realize it's just the pitch down horn. It's just an octave down from where it is here. And then you realize it's like MIDI horn, and then you're like,
Oh, okay, harness.
yeah. But I do enjoy it in this octave. I feel like it has a pretty unique characteristic, and I do like the production for the rest of the track. Like the wah, you know. Yeah, it just kind of feels like you're like sci-fi before we get to partying.
Oh yeah.
But like, is it just me or I didn't see that chorus coming at all?
Can I hear it again?
Yeah. So let's we can start from here.
Because I remember similar feelings.
I think I expected some sort of like halftime, like continuing like this, but like Jersey Club, but instead of like 2010 synth blast four on the floor. Like I did not see that coming at all, so it really shook me. I guess
I can see where you're going with that. I don't know. I wasn't like thinking when I first listened to this, so I'm just like used to it now.
or maybe even because like the da 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 kind of, since it sounds horn like, it kind of reminds me of like Latin-esque groove.
Oh.
Latin.
So I was kind of expecting like da 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 da.
I can kind of picture it,
instead of like
There's a certain song, like a really famous one.
Which?
Horn with like Latin groove.
Despacito.
Is it that or is it cheerleader?
I'm a cheerleader.
Cheerleader.
No, cheerleader doesn't have a Latin groove though.
Oh.
I know. But yeah, there's like some kind of
But y'all get what I'm trying
It could
to
be
say.
something by Enrique. I can't remember.
Was this the song title that you wanted to talk about with motif development? Oh.
Was it?
But did you notice the reoccurring motif?
I would have to hear it again. I'm not gonna lie.
So I didn't know this on my first listen. Sean's In My Reaction is already out on Patreon. And then of course that continues in the trumpet, and then the vocals. Oh my god. But the vocals take over that motif. So that motif is never not there.
Right.
Until maybe
it's like
the post-chorus. But it's like a through motif.
through
Yeah,
motif.
which I had no idea. Sean had to point that out to me. I think this is the only time where it goes away. And this halftime. Oh no, it is there. The bass is there. Yeah, it never goes away. It's always there.
Sorry. I'm still doing the rhythm thing.
Rhythm, but we go. Yeah, a lot of the rhythms in this album are just catchy in themselves because they're like not the most typical, but also they're like they're sticky. They stick in your brain. You're like, ooh, digga duh, and it feels good to say.
It's funky.
I think it's the attitude.
Not only the rhythm itself, and the fact like right there is like, even though the but we go is so on top of the beat, I like that the distant synth is kind of like
Yeah.
We go, but we go. Don't touch.
like it kind of like takes its time sliding up to the note that it wants to hit.
I remember comparing the instrumental of this with the next track. And I was, at first, I liked this one a lot more on first listen. But I actually think Beat Beat has more texture.
It does.
But
Yeah,
this one
this
was more
cycles
like,
between three things.
This was more immediately appealing to
Yeah,
me, if that makes sense.
I agree,
Because of the
100%.
repetitiveness
Yeah.
of like the motif.
I want to say like my first three listens, I really, really, really dug this, and it wasn't
Yeah.
my top three, which we're gonna save till the end to reveal. But then when I realized, oh wait, this is literally da 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 da, and then da 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 da, and then the EDM part where they sing it, and those are like the three things that
Remember,
are happening.
there's like drum, hi-hat, and then
yeah,
there's
tick,
synths,
tick, 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 like
vocals.
There's
like two middle voices.
What part?
Like,
already over.
drums.
But the ba ba da ba ba da is still there.
Yeah.
I do like how they add in this final chorus, the triplet rap.
Yeah.
It's satisfying in the end because everything's
Yeah.
so easy to latch onto,
And it
but
like
also
builds
like
to it.
yeah, it has you question things once in a while. Yeah,
Do you have anything to say about the pre-chorus?
the pre-chorus. I
'Cause
just
it's
said
so,
Jersey
like-
Club.
Oh,
Wait, where is it? Well, I think the
it's like
vocal melody.
such a juxtaposition. It's so high up there.
I did not mean to repeat that. Sorry. Yeah, ending on the leading
like-
tone.
It's also like foreshadowing the bass in the chorus as well. Like it's the first and only instance where the through melody doesn't exist. Bum bum bum. It's not there.
Right.
But instead it goes bum bum bum, which is the bass of the chorus.
Cool. Yeah, I think I just like, even though this is a lot of repeating of material that isn't fully developed on, it leaves me very satisfied. Like, I feel like I got the whole package and I got what I wanted. And I do like, the da-da, da-da, da-da.
It's such a nice contrast.
Da-da. The melodies are so
So
good
much
in this
energy.
album. Yeah.
I think it was put together in a way that made me feel like it was complete, even though listening to all the individual parts, you don't feel it that much.
Yeah. And of course, we go so smoothly into Beat Beat. Great vibe.
Jersey's back.
And then like immediately, is that da 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 da? And we got the modal mixture.
Yes,
too.
I was
So
gonna
it's like,
mention.
oh, I recognize the sound. Jersey Club and modal mixture. This is K-pop.
Yeah. Has to be.
색다른 심장 소리 짜릿해 yes yeah
I feel like when you start off this minimalistic, which is like the da 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 da, and like and like one bass, you know it's gonna go somewhere. You know there's so much room for them to build on it, and so that overall is like pretty satisfying in this song. Let's keep playing.
yes yeah 설렘이 터질 듯한
They I missed that before, but they have NMIXX. I didn't notice that
Wait,
earlier.
where?
yes yeah 설렘이
Oh my god.
like a shooting
love
star rush a boss park beat
Yeah. And then just
Yeah.
the beat keeps building because
Yeah.
now they add in the actual chords.
Yeah, they add,
and they
like,
add in the
Chords with extensions too.
good
Yes.
chords. Colorful chords.
I was like, will there be thirds? And then there were so much more.
More than
so tell me
Yeah.
what you waiting for romantic new just for your mind
Romanticism.
Oh yeah, the da na na. Yeah. Ooh, we accidentally harmonized on that because I sung the wrong notes.
There's no such thing as wrong.
So when this beat drop, beat drop, initially came, I thought it was
drop?
the pre-chorus. I didn't realize we were already at the chorus.
Yeah.
The
it was
da-dee-dum,
pretty freaking quick.
Because I was like, oh, this must be the pre-chorus. So I like wrote out the entire form. I was like, what is happening? Because
Like,
we
the texture like stayed the same throughout the.
in this we don't really have a pre-chorus. It's just verse with like a tiny little 2-second transition and then chorus, post-chorus. Because in my mind,
Here we go
rap is the verse,
you waiting for romantic new
like a sort of like a part 2 to the verse, and then literally just the chromaticism. That's the only thing that actually repeats, and the da 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 da. That's the only thing that repeats the second time before the drop.
심장 소리는 가벼워질 gravity let go just push your mind 잡아서 그 위로 주고받는 텐션 속에 we high
And then we have a new section before the.
커져가는 booming 가벼워질 gravity let go just push your mind 잡아서 그 위로
So then the second time, great form. The second time the verse pre-chorus happens, in my mind it's rap section, which is verse. Then it has the pre-chorus motif, but then it goes into a third verse, like another break section that's all new material with Lily singing, and then into the drop.
I like the percussion there. It was like on 1 and 4 only.
Oh.
Bow.
gravity let go just push your mind 잡아서 그 위로 터질 듯 뛰고 있는 we high
Are you listening to the bass? You said
Oh
percussion.
yeah. Oh sorry.
Because
Well,
the percussion's
it's-
on 2 and 4.
Is it also not bass drum? Bass.
Let's hear.
커져가는 booming 가벼워질 gravity
There's also like some kind of hit.
There's the
along with bass here.
syncopated. Yeah. I was listening to the snare, which is
Oh,
on 2
the
and
sn- yeah,
4,
the
but then
snare's
the
on too.
bass and the kick are on different beats.
let go just push your mind 잡아서 그 위로
I'm so confused of whether to do double time or half time. I'm like, wait, my
Going in
line.
4.
Come on and let's dance together
So this is double time. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's on 1 and
Yeah.
of the 3 or something like that.
Of the.
push your mind 잡아서
1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's double time.
뛰고 있는
And then half time.
다리덤 심장 소리
With the little clock, like tick, 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 tick,
It's like
in the chorus
double time
The
and
beat.
half time, yeah.
at the same time.
Double beat, half beat, beat.
They combine to make beep beep.
Wait, double and half would just make a single beat.
Beat.
A singular beat. Oh no. Oh no. And then the bridge. Do you guys want to talk about the bridge or anything before the bridge before I get there?
Is the bridge with the 16th, the ticket.
What you waiting for? Honest and long.
Were you
Where's
thinking
the
about like the ticka 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 ticka?
Yeah.
That's
Second verse, right?
That's into post chorus. Or is that the second verse? I think it's. So it's a transition from the chorus to post chorus. They be spitting fire.
Text painting. They're talking about heartbeats.
Oh. If my heartbeat went
Ticka
that
goes my
fast.
heart.
If your heartbeat went that fast, you'd be in the hospital. Ticka ticka ticka, I'm going to the
like
hospital right
5
now.
Red Bulls.
That's
like-
me during performances.
That's why I'm going to the cardiologist tomorrow.
Oh,
My resting heart rate has been like 112 for the past like
You're listening
year.
to too much.
Yeah, I am listening to too much. Ticka ticka ticka. My heart is like, I need to speed up to be at NMIXX's level.
Estrés.
Yeah, anxiety. It's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, text painting. The lyrics there go like, ticka ticka is the sound my heart makes.
That's cute. Ticka 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 ticka. And it's like, let me go. Ticka ticka ticka. It's like a racing heartbeat. Yeah, that's cute. But okay, bridge time.
Bridge time.
What bridge time?
What you waiting for? Honest and knowing that it gonna love. 설렘 솔로 내가 마주한 word.
Because that was the first time in the music that they got rid of the beat. It's like mostly a cappella. I think there's like
And
some
it's
sort
high
of like
a
rhythmic- Yeah, and I think it's mostly very like warm, open harmonies,
Yeah.
not too much dissonance. It's just like anything that contrasts from
Yeah.
what was there before.
And I feel
then-
like this is part of the move into a more kind of mellow half of the album as well. Because we didn't have that before in any of the other tracks with like this dreamy kind of area.
Ooh, true. So it's like hinting, yes, we're still going high, but we're about to, yeah, we're about to get comfy with these ethereal, heavenly vocals.
Yeah.
And then is at 227, is that a whistle tone or is that a synth? Because I cannot tell.
220.
Oh, no way. It's
I
the
don't hear a
pitches are
vowel.
too accurate. Like there's
It's too
there's
accurate.
no
It's like
It's too accurate. It sounds synth-esque, but
Yeah.
like it's trying to sound like a whistle
theremin,
tone.
synth, timbre.
yeah.
Because I don't hear a vowel.
Oh, listening for a
Because
vowel?
on the onset of like the pitch, you would hear like you would hear like the breath.
But you can't,
if it was
can't
a
you,
whistle tone.
but can't you edit it out? Because this is so quiet in the background that we wouldn't hear that detail.
I think it's the
don't
could.
think.
movement from pitch to pitch that makes me feel like okay,
Oh, it's just
this
like,
feels like a
"Ow,
keyboard.
oing." It's kind of like,
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It sounds really electronic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too agile in a way. Like, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying this like there aren't singers out there that can't make a agile, beautiful whistle tone. It's just like the squareness with which it sounds. It's more like keyboard.
But even Ariana can't like completely
Yeah,
control
exactly.
her whistle tones.
It's not like that.
Not 100% control.
right. But a vocal moment we can applaud because we definitely know it happened by real vocalists.
That's
Pretty
hard.
fine up.
We don't stop!
It's a nice vowel to do it on. It's a nice vowel to stop on.
But the fact that it's like, is that belt or mix? Because it sounds like, we don't, maybe it's mix?
And mix.
Ha.
Can you play it again?
We don't stop. I can only hit it
sounds
in
like
my
belt.
in my head. Yeah, that sounds like either
It's a
belt
little
or mix.
squeezed.
But it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Well, post production.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Can you talk about the bridge?
Oh, yeah,
because there
back
was
to the
one
bridge,
moment
back to the
that
bridge.
I said earlier. The end of the bridge specifically. this is like not a specific callback to a song. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but this is Lily and Haewon. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're calling back to a meme that came up with the dice meme.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
How?
Because Lily stops a little bit after Haewon stops. So
I think that's a bit of a range.
But you know, like how silly they are, like
Yeah.
you know.
But
those
also,
two-
I mean, it would have to be a producer like really familiar
probably yeah.
with them, and I don't recognize any of these. Oh, I recognize Hot Sauce, but I don't think he does the top line. Irene Karimi, I recognize her name. I know Louise Frixfien, but Gusten Dahlqvist, like it just depends on whether the producers really, really know their memes or not.
Yeah.
I'll be pessimistic and say no,
That's
but
fine.
you keep dreaming.
That's fine.
You keep reaching for that.
I don't fully believe it either. I just thought it was funny.
What a fun thought experiment.
There is a thing right after that sounds like a Carol of the Bells quote.
The duddy-da?
Let's go.
Reach. Y'all are reaching.
You're raining on our parade.
Y'all's reaching so hard. I think it just means we gotta move on.
Okay, moving
on. Keep moving on. This song is like a mixture of some of my favorite rock tropes and some of my pet peeve rock tropes.
Ooh, such as.
But you guys go first.
I want to talk about the augmented chord. Is that your pet peeve or is that your...
That was well, okay, it depends. Was one of those augmented?
the second?
The second one?
The D.
I don't know. I mean, I like this part of the verse. I like that pattern. I'm like rhythmically with the guitar and the plucks, da dee da da dee da 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 dee, and how it develops in the second verse. So that isn't necessarily like a pet peeve or a favorite trope. Specifically, that sound. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to say about it?
No, just that part in the progression. Like, I feel like this is one of the only songs that I can think of immediately that uses an augmented chord, like specifically. But it's also like a chromatic passing tone.
I feel like we hear chromatic passing tones all the time
All
in
the
like
time.
feel good and
Yeah, for
feel
sure.
good pop rock.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
me hearing it as like an augmented chord, it just didn't pass by. I was just like, oh, I recognize this sound, this vibe.
It's just the motion that's happening.
Yeah.
Because could I hear it again?
Yeah. Boom.
I'll be moving on.
For me, I couldn't tell if this was like a cheesy vibe or a vibe I enjoyed. So I guess I
Yeah,
can kind of
no,
really
that's
agree with you on
exactly it.
that.
It's like I recognize some of these tropes to be like, okay, that's doom doom bah, doom doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, that's a bit cheese.
No, like I felt like it like
I don't feel great, you know?
and like the digga. It's like, but then I like this,
이만 공 같은 내
the descending.
또 다른 뭔가 있긴 한 건지.
more chromaticism.
Like that's what I'm a sucker for.
Yeah.
That kind of motif of just like the descending and the
One,
chromaticism.
6,
My
flat
personal
6, 7.
favorite quality of this song was the ambience, like the
Yeah.
echo that they added. I was
Yeah.
like, you know, it's kind of like when you're listening to a rock band in like a very ringy space. I think that's kind of like a very nice feeling.
It feels almost intimate in that way, like imagining that.
Yeah,
and
or
being
kind
able
of
to picture
lonely,
that.
which I think gives it the right kind of vibe. Lonely.
Yeah. Speaking of the next song, but
Yeah, because like the guitar here isn't like too distorted as rock bands like tend to do.
Yeah,
It's like pretty clear. It's a clear cut guitar.
it feels very purist rock, for better or for worse, to me.
100%. And then like when listening to the percussion around here, like I feel like it's a pretty standard rock beat, but I do still find interest and like satisfaction when listening if you're wearing headphones. On the left hard pan left is a cymbal that is a little bit more syncopated, isn't the most typical, I don't think, rhythm. You cannot hear it on my speakerphone. It's like 24 seconds in. Did I skip it? Let me see.
Is it the done? Done.
And there's like...
That's hard to hear.
There's some like subdivisions. It's very quiet, which is why best to listen with headphones. And I think just like overall the arrangement, I guess, is what I was paying most attention to. And then the next thing I wanted, they added a tambourine. So were you going to say something?
Oh, this reminds me of. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a K&D song.
Oh, what song?
Is it like... Wait, sorry. I literally have the song, but I don't remember how to say the title.
I can name a Day 6 song that starts off with da 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 note.
Day 6.
Because my
you can keep
relative
talking.
pitch.
I'll pull it up in a second.
Tambourine! And the vocal arrangement, just like the many vocal layers, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I think they new progression, and like that synth comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice. And yeah, it's a nice like silence, but with delay
Like
on the
reverb?
vocals, echo, because it's just
echo,
moving on,
sorry.
moving on, moving on versus just moving on. Yeah. And then it lets us gently down into this section again, which is my favorite. I just love the syncopated da 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 da, a little plucked guitar. I'm just such a sucker for it.
You had a lot more to say than I did.
Is there anything? Have I missed anything yet? Or
No, like this
was your main comment the augmented chord?
Augmented chord and
the
then
tambourine.
the bass motion, but I mean, it all sounded the same to me.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because it's the same instrumentation.
Yeah,
throughout,
yeah,
Of
throughout.
like, this is a rock band. You've got 2 guitars, bass, drum kit with tambourine.
Yeah.
And occasional synth, like keyboard playing. That makes sense. But they switch from doing like power chords to plucked.
It reminds me.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, it is in the same key.
Similar chord progression. Do you want to hold up to your mic? Yeah, I get that. That's nice. You should send me this song.
Yeah, I will. It's by a Japanese band, Sunset Roller Coaster.
Oh, cool.
Anyway,
Then, is this song in G flat major?
can I hear it again?
Let's start over here.
I wrote F sharp
I also wrote F sharp major.
Okay, then it's F sharp major
Yeah,
because I
we
trust
make
your
one.
ears.
Well, I mean,
It could be both.
Should I check with
There's one instance.
It could be both? I don't think it modulates. F sharp
What?
major. Oh, versus G. Oh, G
Versus
flat. I
G
said G
flat,
flat.
yeah. But
My
I
brain
also,
stopped
like,
working for a
think-
second.
I strongly think F sharp because it's
I
just
just
easier.
hate playing in sharps, so I said G flat major.
Hornist.
There's one
pianist.
instance where it goes instead of C sharp major, it's C sharp minor. So you do the modal mixture on the 5.
Yeah, I
But
think
it's
I'm getting
easier
to
to
that
write
part.
E instead of F flat.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if you hear the opening chord progression again, could I?
Yeah.
Horrible memory.
So for people listening and who don't know like different key centers, F sharp and G flat, if you play that note on a piano, it's the same exact note. So it just depends on how you want things notated on sheet music. So we're both kind of technically right, but they're maybe a little bit more right.
Oh.
that D is
Yeah.
instead of like a E double flat.
Sol, la, si, do, re.
And then it goes down to B instead of C flat. You know,
F sharp.
The
makes
pianists
so much
take the
more
win.
sense
F
to
sharp
me.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, F sharp major. And there's a moment halfway through the song at 135 where we bring in the flat 3, which I believe overall is like it's just a minor 6 chord or something, or lowered 6.
Ah,
Right there.
nice.
So we've got like this darker modal mixture added in. It's like, is it modal mixture? Or is that within the key? No, that's the key, same.
Lowered 6.
It's lowered 6. Yeah. Because minor 6 is in a key, in a major key, but it's lowered 6 in this case.
Correct. It's been great.
I'm so old. And then I thought that as it continues, so before it was just, but I keep moving on. It was just that single voice, but this time they add that. I was trying to sound like NMIXX. Oh my gosh. So I think that's really, really pretty development. And then moving on. Ha 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 ha. I did that without thinking.
All the muted background.
That
So
E
the
is
fact that
nice.
like it ends on G sharp and E.
Is that another like pet peeve of yours with like the
No, this is a
the
favorite.
no, like the muted vocals?
Muted.
just
In
right
my
there.
mind, that doesn't. Oh, the.
Muted. The faded.
I don't care about that. I was pointing out what I liked, which is one of my favorite tropes, is the O-E-A-O. And they have like some like
The kind of
it's
chorus-y thing.
harmonized. It is not unison. I do not like the unison. That's a pet peeve. But if they have the O-E-A-O section with a harmony, a favorite.
Oh,
Exactly.
Go down to like the flat 7.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, 1, 3, something
Cool.
flat 7. And the minor, just like the minor thirds and having that like tension in there. And the fact that they go like, oh, yeah, and then the guitar goes like, bricka, 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 bricka. It's really nice.
All the drum fill.
I like that trade-off.
Dee-dee-da-da-dum.
Yeah. And, I do have a critique.
Ah, yes. Let's
Coming
get
up.
into the negativity.
Well,
Yeah.
but we're continuing.
Uh,
Like we have a legit, perfect, authentic cadence with the 4-5-1, and then it's just like, no,
for
we're
me,
just gonna
it's like giving Kelly Clarkson.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
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 Da-da.
And then we have like the chorus again.
Postlude.
No, with percussion. Like this is a pet peeve of mine. Is like, I mean, sometimes it works out, but this is a trope that isn't my favorite. Of like just like doing the acoustic version or like a more minimalistic version of the chorus before we explode again. I'm
It
like,
makes some people cry, though.
oh, true,
Like,
Yeah.
true. I mean, it's a trope for a reason, right? It works.
yeah.
I'll take it over the 2.5-minute song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a little extension.
True. And then last but not least, is this a new melody in the outro?
Yes. So in a sense, would that redeem it for you? Just
Well-
introducing that new melody, like redeeming the
Redeem that? No.
No.
The fact that they did it, I'm like, I could have. It's just like, of course, like, but I don't hate nor love this song. It's just like it's a mixture. It's literally a 50-50 mixture of things that I love in pop rock and things that I'm like,
50-50 and mixtures.
50-50.
Oh, they're back.
Oh, really?
They're back with new members.
Yeah.
We could talk about that after.
No, they're 150.
Ooh, yeah. Anyways, I do like this new outro melody, da 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 da, and it's like they're ascending and they're moving on, which is really cute.
Oh.
Last but not least, Love Is Lonely.
I really like this one, personally.
It woke you up after your nap.
Or I was just like, yeah, the chromaticism really stuck out to me because
Bruh. Yeah, you do not see that coming.
I'm so
whatsoever.
used to groups doing like, oh, here's our one sad song, just to have a sad song.
끝에서 늘 한눈에 알아봐
You just hear 4 chords and then
아무도 찾지 않을 곳
It's coming up still, right? Here?
yeah, right here.
두 손을 잡아봐
Isn't that like also
means,
not the
like-
typical chromatic descent since it's starting on where? Oh, it's flat 7, 7, 6, flat 6. Sorry, 7, flat 7.
Isn't this
Yeah.
key?
6, flat
This
6.
is A major, right?
Yeah. Because I feel like chromaticism is usually like 3 flat 3, 2 flat 2, 1, so that there's an immediate
yeah.
resolution. But this song is full of landing on and leaving us hanging on unresolved notes. It lands all the time on 3, 2, or 7 or 5, like all of it, just keeping us in suspense.
Adds to
and I
the
think
atmosphere.
that adds to the loneliness. Yeah, you put your notes away. Does that mean you don't have a lot to say about this
Oh,
song?
I do have a lot to say. I was
Okay,
just
good.
listening.
Oh.
To, like,
I was like, don't let me
started
ramble
yapping.
when you guys.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's a really good thing to ramble about. Because you really don't. Because
really
you just
not
hear 4
expected.
chords for a while and it's like, okay, it's another ballad. And then they bring in the chromaticism.
What did you want to talk about in this song?
First thing, it has a music video, which is
Yes, I watched
really
the music
fun fact.
video.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fun fact, like,
It's a
B-side
perfect
music video.
music video.
It's really cute. Except the thing that like irked me about it was like Haewon walked into like water with jeans on.
Oh.
And, like shoes and jeans.
The entire time I'm like, oh, that must be so uncomfortable. That must be so uncomfortable. That must be
She's
so
like keeping a
uncomfortable.
straight face. I'm like, I feel so bad for her right now.
Yeah.
Aw.
How's she not cracking right now? It must have been so cold.
Yeah.
Or unless it was filmed during the summer, then it must have been so hot. So then maybe it was relieving. But with the shoes.
But with the shoes and the jeans on.
I know
like,
what wet shoes was
Ugh.
like. I was a lifeguard. And
You
I
You
had
were
to
a
have shoes on.
lifeguard.
I had to have tennis shoes on because it was just so much walking and like, you know, the lazy river, and I had to jump in with my shoes on. They're actually the shoes
God.
that I have here.
Ah.
And they're ruined forever. They're like stink up a storm.
I'm so sorry.
They're so stinky.
And you also
Anyways.
get like jeans and then the rashes on.
Stinky.
Oh, you get the,
Like the wet,
what's it called?
swampy spots.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's like pink. It's like a rash. Like swimmers.
Yeah, what is it called? Like when you wear shorts and like it rubs against your thigh.
Chafe.
Chafing. You get
Yeah.
so much chafing. So we ended up having to wear like multiple pairs of like, you wear spandex and then you wear the shorts. So you don't get the chafing. Okay, sorry. Let's go
Wow.
back
I
to-
learned something today.
Don't be a lifeguard. Unless you can wear flip-flops.
Be a death guard. Work in the morgue.
What, Sharon bringing people across the river Styx? Death guard.
Anyways, but yeah, with the music video, even just the song alone without the music video, I feel like the
Yeah.
song is just effortlessly emotional.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah.
it is because of the vocals. Like, I don't think I wrote a single
Ooh.
comment about the instrumental. Do you have?
Oh.
Muted / palmed guitar.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah, I
plot.
thought that added more than well, just as much as the vocals did. What song does this remind me of?
Also reminds me of Oh yeah. Alison. No, not quite. That's a little too electronic. Yeah. Coldplay?
Maybe.
Because they're using a similar like pattern.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, also, but this is EDM, but I'm thinking of like the David Guetta song.
Wait, which one? I gotta refresh my memory.
Love is
It's-
so lonely. Love is
It's
so
in the red
without you.
the red album cover.
The red album cover.
La, 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 la,
Titanium?
la, 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 la.
It might be
Low key.
low key. It sounds like Titanium.
Love is so lonely.
I'm like titanium. God.
Sorry, I think that just ruined this song for me. Maybe a little bit.
It did not. I still like this song.
I still like it too. It's
But
more
that's funny.
interesting than Titanium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
is.
titanium was scalar motion, and this is chromatic. Well, like whole. My gosh, I'm blanking. Da, da, da. You know,
Yeah.
Diatonic?
diatonic motion. Thank you for the word.
There was a mid-range instrument in the chorus that I enjoyed, like how it filled the space.
That
I
one?
think so, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, it not only does it fill up the warm aspect of the mid register, but also provides a lot of motion forward with the subdivision of and ascending.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like the high range, like it's like such a relaxed high range too, which is so impressive.
Because of so it's like all head voice. They add a lot of breath to it, and they also just slide between notes. There was a couple like moments that I did want to point out because they're like they like connect
The high E
everything.
was what I wrote down, the high-ish E.
And especially like with because they with you is like typically the way that we resolve that, but then there's that one moment towards the end where one of the members does you except belting.
That was pretty good.
That was
This was all head voice though.
It was
She was
gorgeous.
belting. Oh, thank you.
You have a good
Thank
mix.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I think was that Lily?
No,
like
it was
something
the girl who has long brown hair.
So you.
Yes. No. Yes.
We could do color-coded lyrics for this.
Yes.
I know the
Let's
colors.
do color-coded. They have very specific colors?
They do. I was thinking just the website color-coded lyrics.
Oh.
But this is okay too. This is
right.
okay.
Yeah, we're already on YouTube. Might as well go through with it. Can I not skip?
I also wrote short bridge.
Oh, there's no little to no bridge. Suyeon. Oh. So good!
I mean, I really have nothing else to say for this song. Got everything out.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
But also, it's not all good vibes.
Ooh.
It's right? It's love is lonely, not love is happy.
Well, those are perfect
Well,
vibes.
love
to
is
me.
lonely without you.
Exactly, they're singing like they're without you.
Yeah, without you, with the presence of you. But they're talking about like, in moments when you're not here, but you are here right now.
Well,
That's what the lyrics
Are
are saying.
they? I thought it was just like, I'm missing you and therefore I'm lonely. And I wish I could be with you because love is so lonely. Because love is so lonely. La 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 la, love is lonely. Hold up. Don't leave tonight, a place where
tonight,
no
yeah.
one will come. Only two. Oh, so
Yeah, so
I
don't
have
leave.
you right
Yeah,
now.
Like you're here now.
Oh, holding both hands while falling for you, you're falling for me. But I don't know. It sounds empty. It sounds lonely. It sounds. I guess it sounds
yearning.
content, but yearning at the same time. It's like you're currently in a relationship, but you're a bit like
Or you're
anxious
like-
about the time that you will not be with them.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Something like that. I wanted to point out a few favorite moments for me. 14.
어두운 lights 길었던 영화 끝에서 늘 한눈에 알아봐
I love the contour of that melody. The da 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 da, and then it kind of like sinks back down. And then I think it repeats again. And then the fact that it was like da 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 da, it ends on 2 and it does not resolve to 1. It never resolves. It just goes back to
3.
I love the tonight. So slutty.
아무도 찾지 않을 곳 오직할 뿐이야
2, and then it just goes to step 6 6 4 1 1 4 2 2. So another time that they're ending on like a sort of leading tone or predominant, right? 2 2 1.
Man, if you follow the melody, it hits so good.
But I'm happy it's true
I love that slide. True. And I feel like my lips vibrate whenever I do true. It's such a yummy, warm tone.
'Cause love is so lonely.
And the percussion here is just so distant and reverby. So it's like the people clapping or like, the percussion is just really far away.
Yeah.
It feels like it's all in your head, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Then the next thing, I liked how the material develops in the second verse. It's a similar melody, but with drums this time.
That's on orbit.
So this is different.
Something I miss. No good.
Different melody, but since it's the same chord progression, it resolves in similar ways.
함께라면 괜찮아.
And then the pre-chorus. So it's I like that sort of development of the sound. And then
I don't know, falling for you, you falling for me. We talk, but you know it's romantic, but I'm not really true. 'Cause love is so lonely, love is so lonely.
I can't remember if it was this part of the chorus, but I noticed that when you're listening with headphones, if you listen to the far right headphone, kind of like in this area of the ear, there is a lower fifth. So like when they end on A, there's a D, like an octave down from it. Or well, D is down here, but A is in the vocal. So, but the vocal harmony is a D below it, below the A.
Interesting.
So I think there's like parallel force going on in the chorus vocals, so that emphasizes the lonely feeling because of such a wide
Oh, right.
interval.
The spaciness.
But it's so quiet. It's so quiet. So it's like you're only imagining it. And then the last part I wanted to point out is the toms. I guess there is one comment about the production that I have.
That one threw me off. Like, why are you there?
You're like, why are you there? Oh, I'm just like, whenever like low toms come in with any sort of like feelsy thing, I'm like, yes, the beat of my heart. And then we've got, so before the da 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 da, synth is now doing wham, 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 wham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus new melody.
Plus a new melody. All right, time for us to reveal our top threes. Shall we go like, do you guys have a top three?
I can make one now.
Okay, so we can go 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Yeah?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Taya, you ready? What's your number 3?
I think it is probably Beat Beat.
Because there's just a lot of...
I like all the textures. Like every single verse, it's changing. And I really appreciate that.
Very fun to listen to, yeah.
My number 3 is Red Light Sign, but we go.
Ooh, see, that was originally my number 3.
Yeah.
But upon re-listens, SICKUHH. I love me some SICKUHH. That's my number 3. Yeah. Number 2?
Number 2 is Red Light.
Oh.
My number 2 is SICKUHH.
Copy paste. Well, let's see where this goes because my number 2 is... See that?
Huh. Okay. Why is that your number 2?
Well, I mean...
I want to hear your number 1 though.
I think See That? It has a lot of interesting moments, but it isn't as emotionally compelling as my number 1.
Oh.
Like I don't, because there are music that I listen to. There's music that I listen to.
No.
Because there's music that you listen to that's like for like hype, get like energetic or like ear candy, and then there's the music that you just feel to, and those tend to be
like heartstrings, yeah.
It's definitely that one.
Has to be.
What's your number 1,
Number
Taya?
1.
It's the same as yours.
Because you know which one mine is.
Of course.
So then we'll just have to reveal it at the same time. What's your number 1?
Oh, no. This is all you two.
Oh, so we're revealing at the same time and then you go last?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Love is lonely. And so are we. That's why we like it.
No. Although I am quite lonely as well. My number one is See That.
Yeah, nice.
Good choice.
Woo! GG's, guys. This
Yeah,
was
GGs.
awesome. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Our next podcast will actually be the band Lucy, because their latest EP, I previewed it, and each song is so amazing. And then right after that, we'll get to our patron voted album, which is Stray Kids 8. So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Silent waving.
Bye.
No!
Fist bump.